Alright then. I am amused by how they've got this little pocket of oxygen that doesn't have slime on there, but most of it does. Let's do the same over here just because we can. I don't know if these have got enough... if these have been reloaded with filtration medium yet. Well, in a very long time, so... How much power is this pulling? I could easily have an auto feeder. As long as I had, like, something full of regolith over here, I could have an auto feeder just constantly reloading these. Actually, might not be a bad idea. Also, 12k ducats. I'm going to save up. Just you wait. Alright. Well, these need to be done... I'm going to pop these on a 7 because I do want the reed fibers. We're going to need those. Wait. Why is that full? Is this not hooked up correctly? Ah. No, it is not. That is why we're running out of power. Well, rather we're running out of everything else. Well, that is annoying. What's happened here is this is the reservoir is sending a green signal. So, sadly, we need to rewire this a bit. We need the ribbon cable there. Actually, I'm going to have to wait on that, in fact. Annoyingly. But okay. So, my petroleum generators have just been running full blast. No wonder we've gone through all the petroleum. Have they managed to disconnect it? No, not yet. Hopefully they can. We are wasting petroleum right now. I mean, that's not necessarily a terrible thing, because while we're wasting petroleum, we're storing up natural gas, which, you know, is swings and roundabouts, really, but still annoying. Even that said, we are actually still going down in power. 5 petroleum generators. Not that we're running them full whack, but 5 petroleum generators are not quite enough to be able to sustain all of this. That's true. Nightbot needs to have the derp command updated to use the new. Oh dear, why is that? Oh, there we are. Oh, what's going on there? Why is something broken? That's unfortunate. But Nightbot. Oh right, I see. Nightbot needs to have the command updated because we've got a new prefix to emotes now. DPR instead of dapper. Come on, need that broken down. Thank you. That is marvelous. Right, okay. Now, let's get this running all the way across, and then get the automated ribbon bridge going up, and then the ribbon cable connecting. And that should be all we need to get this back up and running. Now, for the time being, sadly, the petroleum generators are now completely shut down, which isn't great, but... The natural gas generators and the coal generators will probably be able to keep us going, and if we're very lucky, some of the steam generators will kick in and start running soon. There we go. Come along. Just a tiny little bit left to do. I actually kind of feel that we probably want... Hey, you know what? We don't actually allow anyone to get out over here, which is kind of fun. Let's have that deliver them down. Have they set that up? Yes, they have. Fantastic. Okay, there we go. Now this is running properly. In fact, briefly the coal generators kicked in. So our batteries must have been actually quite low. But now that we've got the petroleum generators hooked up again, we should be okay. Yeah, we're starting to stockpile petroleum. Alright. Sorted. Telescope is idle. Got another chlorine planet. We've only got 1, 2, 3... We've only got 5 more planets to analyze, and we've researched everything. And at that point, we don't actually need the telescope anymore. So in some ways, it might have actually been worth just building the telescope, getting it to do all of the things that it needed, and then getting rid of it. I'm sure we can repurpose that space for something else. I don't know. I have no idea what the quotes are about, Bowtie Biffer. You'll have to ask Bilal, and even Bilal I don't think remembers. In his own words, there's no point in using the quotes if you add context. The whole point of it is to not add context and laugh maniacally at the results. But looking at that, let me override your bum was probably I was trying to override a Thunderjaw in Horizon Zero Dawn. Probably. That would be my guess. Right, okay. Make sure all of that gets done. Shally is very happy in there. Got any printables? Well, I mean, can I be trusted with Draclets? I feel I cannot. And yet, we're going to take them. Look, I've got to be hopeful, alright? Let's slow down time so I can properly take care of this. First and foremost, don't break any Draclets. No. No Draclet harvesting. Not a single one. Secondly, Draclets are now allowed over here. Yes, at a priority of 7. Please and indeed, thank you. How is this room chilled? Okay, our cooling system is doing a good job now. Let's actually have a look at this. It's 18.1 degrees. It's not too bad. Coming on through here. It's 19 point something. Over here we're checking for what temperature? Above 25. So we're okay with that. And then running it down in here. By the time it comes out, it's at 20 degrees. So this is cooling down this room in general. So that should be good for the Draclets. Draclets need to be hauled. Ideally... cancel that. Set this up for Draclets. Incubate. And priority 8. I will... You know what? I can actually set one of these up. I hadn't considered this, but you can 100% set one of these up. Make it a nice high priority. And then just say, yeah, you can just put eggs in there. And they'll drop them off. The only issue with that is that they will then perpetually just pop them back and forth. So you need to set this up to sweep only. But yeah, you can definitely take care of that. There we go. 1 Draclet egg on its way to the incubator. See, this is the problem with having Belial as a mod. Belial is very good at using the quote command. He's got a skill for it. It's artistry in Belial's hands. Even I sometimes look at those quotes, and sometimes I even remember what the context is, and I'm like, oof. Wow. Phrasing. Okay. We should be good. Hopefully we can get this done reasonably soon. Oh, I hope you're on your way to take care of that. No, you are delivering dirt. Very well. You're delivering more dirt. Now you're leaving. Alright. We've got so many things people waiting on doing. I could have this run across and drop people off around here, maybe. See, the thing is, I really want to make better use of the transport tubes. I've got them. Why am I not using them? Let's try and get them around the place properly. Now, at this point, we're going to branch across and deposit peeps out around here. Hopefully, I can set up a... That being said, though, I could just go across this way. Probably be a lot easier. No, there's way too many things here that a transit tube will interact with. And consequently get blocked by. So, no, we will have to go across in this direction, but... I could probably run down here, though, and then branch out and have a entry point somewhere around there. That would work. In fact, so well, I'll cancel that. Right, incubation is set up. This is still waiting. Plane Seeker's on their way, though, so that's good. Aavak, when was your last break? I don't think you had one, and it's been a while. It's a good point. It is a good point. We'll go on a tea break the next time we stop for a battle. You're right. It will have been about 3.5 hours. Right, okay. Critter eggs and Draclet eggs. Also, I want this on sweep only. Smooth Dracos as well. Or glossy Dracos, rather. Glossy Draclet eggs. Let's make that an 8. Alright, let's go and sweep up these eggs. Sweep on an 8. Go, go, go. Let's get these moved. And they'll just happily sit here and eventually probably get loaded into the incubator. Alright, got a load of work to do. But, you know, we're getting it done. That's going to take a bit of time, but we'll hopefully get it sorted. This should no longer be quite such a high priority. Yeah, let's put that down on a 6 instead. Alright. Well, we can probably get rid of all of that, though. Oh, actually, you know what? I should quite possibly just leave that for robo-miners, thinking about it. They'll eventually do that work for me. How long is this going to take for someone to come over here? I mean, the errands are set up. It is really manpower that's our issue here, I think. We've got very nice hot regolith moving into the steam chamber, though. And in fact, some copper in there as well. It's good to see. Oh, right. Well, I'm going to need to get that sorted as well, actually. But okay, let's break this down then for now. Sweep that out of the way. All of that, in fact. Let's get all of that moving. Go. That should be built. And very soon indeed we'll be able to hook this all up. Now, I don't want to cut off this power until I've taken care of this. Otherwise, I'm just causing myself an awful lot of grief. But it is reasonable to wonder, well, why aren't I just going to set up the heavy watt joint plate in there? And it's a reasonable question, considering I'm going to be breaking in there anyway. But there's something about having discrete systems. This way I could control that if I wanted to, with like a switch or something there, but if I've got it plugged into the main system, it's a little bit more of a potch to take care of it. So I'm in favour of controlling it that way. There we go, they've just kicked in. Got up to a nice temperature, briefly. Now we can seal that over. And then we'll dig in from the bottom on this side and put in the conductive heavy watt joint plate. Hello, Barrio. Hello, Aavak. I see oxygen has once again been lost in shipping. How are you doing? I am doing very well, thank you very much, mate. How about yourself? And the Oren, thank you very much for gifting it out 2 gift subs. That was very, very kind of you. Thank you. And awesome is Logan. Thank you very much for the bit. And yes, Dark Aavak is definitely more willing to use critter evolution chambers. The evolution, of course, being from alive to food. An evolutionary step that we all must take eventually. Do with a little bit of cleanup around the oxygen there as well, but it's not a massive concern. Okay, now that is looking very nice. We're starting to stock up a lot of petroleum in there. So see that one kick in, and very soon this one as well. There we are. Now that one is only going to be getting enough to run. It will never get enough to fill. So this will never completely fill, and that's just because of the amount of petroleum that I'm sending into the system. There we go. Our battery should be nicely charged now. And we should be constantly doing a little bit more work with the steel as well, though I'm not liking that. Oh, actually, no, that's fine. That's because so much petroleum got injected into the refineries. That's fine. So it's going up there at 114, coming down at 114. So it has equalized the temperature there. 115, coming out at 117. Yes, there we go. So we have now got equilibrium mostly. These tanks are probably a little bit all over the place. That's got 107 degrees in there. That's 98 degrees. We still need to continue to move the petroleum in and out. But by and large, we're pulling the temperature up in all of these rooms slowly. Very, very slowly. So the temperature in these rooms will be controlled by the aqua tuners, but up here it should be around 114, 117-ish. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Fancy coal being delivered. Honestly, one of the biggest issues we've got right now is just manpower. We can solve that even further with a little bit more automation than we're currently using, but for the most part, I think that is not a good place for you to be. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to make it so you can get back out. Please don't entomb yourself. Snowfoot, I'm gonna let you try. Oh, thank goodness. I had to give you an opportunity to make a stupid mistake. Otherwise, how would you learn? There we are. soon we'll be able to just dig out this area and then start setting up the robo miners on the side. Now then, with that in mind, next step then is to sever this about there. Want that done on an 8. And as soon as that's done, we'll switch this one over. That will re-engage all of this. Yeah, that should work okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 doors and 4 robo miners. Mind you, this one has also got the addition of the telescope. So we may need a few less, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We should be okay. We should be okay. Even with the 2 additional robo miners, especially because eventually we're going to be able to just strip that out and take that away. And I will probably pop down a solar panel in its place. This will keep the solar panel cooled, but just a little bit of extra energy into the system. Hello, Nate Bowser. How are you doing? There we are. It's starting to get all of these doors hooked up. I appreciate. And a decent amount of regolith is still being delivered down here thanks to the awesome work of the sweepies. As long as the materials don't hang around in this dock area for very long, then this doesn't cool them down. The main thing is to make sure that as soon as it's input, it gets output straight away, and then you keep the majority of the temperature that way. And so we'll be able to inject that temperature into the steam room before dropping it down here. Ooh, that's actually a good point. Mind you, most of the stuff here is going to be reasonably cool. Yeah, pretty much all of the stuff here is only 30 degrees, so that's probably cooling this area. Ironically. Considering this is generating heat, the temperature there is colder than everywhere around it because we are dumping those items down. That's actually marvelous. I approve. Deeply. You don't think solar panels generate heat anymore? Is that... Oh. Oh, why? Oh, no. Poop. Why have these stopped sending the signal? Oh, there we go. That was painful. I took my eyes off the prize there for a bit. And the result was quite a lot of damage. Yikes, that hurt. Okay. Hopefully all of this gets repaired reasonably soon. In fact, I'm going to pop up the priority of repairing everything to a 7. It's going to cost me a little bit of extra steel, but it's not the worst. Yeah, that was the one that detected the meteors first. And so it was the only one that was going to do anything about it. Alright, we need that to go all the way up. Then I'm going to sever this connection. And then this can instead run all the way... I mean, I could just take it all the way out, honestly. But I might. It would be easy enough for me to do, so I probably will. Thankfully, none of the sweepies got hurt, which is the important part. And we got loads of copper ore and various other space materials, thankfully. So it shouldn't take too long to get all of this repaired either. There we go. A little bit wasteful, but it's not terrible. Hey, 221T, how you doing, mate? Thanks for dropping by. Okay. Why has this got a... Oh, it's telling me the scan quality is crap because it's covered. Makes sense. Now that is an awful lot of stuff trying to be dumped down into the steam room. I'm seeing quite a few things having to go through this multiple times. Temperature in here is still fairly low. I'm surprised it's struggling. What's the temperature coming in here? It's only 3.5 going in. It's 13.5 going out. Then -6 going up. Yeah, it's not bad. Certainly. Let's get that sealed off. Right, this area is now sealed in, which means I can go ahead and as soon as that's dug out of the way, we can pop in a heavy watt joint plate. Right there. And connect this up on that side. Then we'll open that up on this side and get that out. Shouldn't be too bad. Thinking about it, I should have done it the other way because a tiny bit of oxygen is going to get up there and it's going to take 1,000,000 years for that to get out. You know what? Let's be sensible because that will actually be a pain. The problem is even a tiny amount of oxygen will be able to drink a lot of the heat off all of this and then apply it to everything else out here so things will start melting. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and just build this up properly. Should have thought about the order in which I was doing that very well. Also, that shouldn't be the default. Let me drop that down. Oh, I haven't done it correctly. Okay. How many shovels have we got? 61 shovels and 27 shovel legs. Food for a very, 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 very long time. Should be good. But this is massively backed up, so the regolith we're getting out of here now is going to start cooling a little bit because of the cooling that we're providing through this system. With the waste oxygen that we've got. Don't want anything there. Oh yeah, there we go. Telescope idle. Got another metallic asteroid, iron, copper, and obsidian. And smooth hatches. There we go, let's grab that one. Got a lot of jobs that I've got the duplicants working on right now, so it's slowing everything down a little bit, but oh well. How cold is this? It's coming in at 30 degrees. It's going back up at 16. And it's actually transferring a lot of heat to this water here, which is not actually great. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, that really isn't great. That's just straight up bad. Why? Okay, well, first and foremost, let's get this as decent piping all the way up. Make that a chunky priority. Remove the bridges so it doesn't cause backflow. Then that should be a little bit better. We'll take care of this before we do the next battle and the next tea break, for that matter. Bellaраx, thank you very much for the 12 months, mate. 1 whole year. Thanks for staying dapper and all the content you produce. Merry Christmas to you. Oh, thank you. Same to you, buddy. And Juniho, thank you very much for the 4 months. Hello there. Hello to you. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully we can get all of that sorted soon. We need to stop dumping, or rather, leaching heat out of the system. The CO2 coming down here is... I mean, it's going out at a reasonable heat, but what's the heat going in? It's already quite hot. In fact, it's hotter than the water. That was only useful when it was particularly cold CO2 we were pushing. Not quite as useful anymore. Should really pull the CO2 up from all the way down here. And that's what this system is ultimately meant to be. This whole system down here is ultimately meant to allow me to control very hot CO2 from this geyser and send that over to the slicksters. And then gradually convert all of them to molten slicksters as a consequence. We'll see how that goes, though. It's going to be a while before we get to that stage. Though I am starting to notice the CO2 is starting to build up now. That's extremely good. That is extremely good. Seeing a decent amount of CO2 building up. It's at 60 odd degrees, but up over there it's around 70. That is nice. Very nice. Now, all of this stuff in here has nowhere to go. I'm going to have to take that out. I need that to leave this system. But we'll come back to that in a moment. Once... we were working on something incredibly important. I took my eyes off it. Ah, damn it. Poop. Poop. This is why I should not be in charge of anything. It's like, ooh, shiny. Huh. So yeah. I don't remember. The pipes. But what pipes? Oh, that's right. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Ah. You know what? I'm gonna give myself a bye because at least I remembered that there was something important I needed to look at. Yeah. I could have just not remembered it at all, but I didn't. I remembered. I remembered something. And that is better than remembering nothing. Accidental partial success. Right, let's get all of that done. Whomp. That liquid rich really needs to go. Come on now, peeps, because our coolant is now all kinds of messed up. So, actually, I'm going to pop that on now. Thank you very much, Symmetry Cities. I really wanted to read that as Symmetricles. And I was like, have you invoked a new god? The god of symmetry? This is so wonderful, but then it was not. But it was almost amazing. It was almost absolutely glorious. Kind of like Chaoticles, only about symmetry. Sadly, it was not meant to be. Right, I need... Oh dear, there we are. Thimble reed seed, please, and thank you. Copy this setting all the way across. Boom.